If you like our content, tell us. If you want to see more of it, subscribe. If you want to know something in particular, tell us in the comments. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Ray. I'm sitting here with a long-time resident of Chiang Rai in Thailand. His name is Bruce, and hopefully he'll have an interesting story for us. So, hi Bruce.
Hi Ray.
Tell me about your life in Chiang Rai.
Ray, I'm totally different than you.
Yeah?
Whereas you are introverted and you stay away from groups, I'm a joiner.
Yeah.
I'm such a joiner that one time I was the secretary-treasurer of a Christian group here in town, and at the same time a founding member of the English Language Buddhist Society. So if there's something going on that has a social component, most likely I'm involved. So I'm involved with I like to exercise. I always, every day I get exercise. Either swimming or walking or bicycling. So quite naturally, I'm a member of a bicycling group. We go out at least once a month. Each person takes a turn leading the others with some route that they think might be interesting.
Okay.
I belong to a book club. We meet once a month and discuss a book. That takes up a lot of my time, getting the book read.
I bet it does.
I belong to a discussion group where we get together about once every 2 weeks and chew the fat over current issues of the day. What else do I belong to?
Well, you're involved in the expat club.
Oh yes, I'm active with the Expats Club. If there's a tour going on, well, I'm going to be one of those people on the tour. You can count on seeing me there. What else do I do?
Do you have time for anything else?
Oh, I try to keep myself busy.
Yeah.
One project I'm working on at the moment is taking all the old photographs, which we have print photos, and I'm taking pictures of them with my iPhone. So getting it into my computer, digitalizing them, and then identifying each person in it.
Oh.
So that's time consuming. But it's kind of fun. And sometimes I pick up somebody and look at their pictures over many years, and especially for some of these pictures of my childhood friends whom I've known over the 75 years of my existence. Especially pictures of my brothers and I growing up at various stages, and of my son and his cousins whom I've known all my life. Well, I haven't known my son all my life, but I've known him all his life.
All his life, yes.
So that's fun.
So these are mainly family photos that you're...
Well, no. They are photos of... One of the things I do routinely is I take pictures of things I'm doing. That's how I remember when and what I've done. Before you leave, we're going to have a picture of you and I together.
Oh, really?
So that I will remember this occasion also.
I'll have a long picture here.
Yes, you will. But, that would be more than I need. Yes.
I can do a snapshot.
So, I like to keep busy. Most days I have something going. Sometimes I just go out and have lunch or coffee with a friend. Love to chat.
How long have you been in Chiang Rai, Bruce?
Almost 24 years.
Almost. And what brought you here?
Well, my life changed. I come from Canada.
Yeah.
And my life changed in 1974 when I was offered the chance to become a volunteer with the Canadian Peace Corps. And the place that they were proposing for me was Thailand. Now at the time I didn't know anything about Thailand. All I thought it was down there near Vietnam, and the Vietnam War was raging. So I hesitated for a moment. Then I thought to myself, hey, I'm single. Nobody's counting on me. And if I don't take this up, who knows if I'll ever get another opportunity. So I just went for it. And as it turned out, well, it's like landing in paradise. This far exceeded my expectations.
It had been a totally different country back then to what it is today.
Well, yes and no. Many of the same traditions continue.
Traditions, yes.
The people were just as pleasant back then. It was a much younger population. So
They are lovely people.
they are lovely people. They're very hospitable, very welcoming.
Yeah.
It's very easy to meet, at least initially. Getting to know them in any depth is a different story. And the language, of course, is a challenge. But I was assigned to a rural area. I was the only Farang in my area. I was in a Nampur town in the northeast, and the nearest Farang was another 20 kilometers away. So I had lots of time on my hands. I read a lot, and I took it upon myself to study the language. So really, in the time, I haven't had to make the effort. I haven't done the effort since I came back as a retiree to learn the language, because essentially the basis of the language I learned as a volunteer many years before. So what happened then during that, I married the Thai language teacher whom I met when I first arrived in Thailand. She was a teacher for us volunteers. But after she taught us, for some time she disappeared to the States. So we didn't get married immediately. That came along later.
Okay.
But in any case, I spent 2 years here in the mid-70s, and then I met up with my wife, and I had a career, an international career. I spent most of my career was in Africa. And then when that kind of came to its natural conclusion, we had a choice. We could return to Canada. That was an obvious alternative. But she wasn't at all eager to deal with the snow and the ice and the cold Canadian winter. So we decided to stay in the tropics. And although she comes originally from the northeast, from Khon Kaen, we decided to come to the north because some of her family had already moved to Chiang Rai. But she really didn't like to, even Chiang Mai was too big a town for her. So and she also stumbled upon this golf course. We live on the Santiburi golf course here in Chiang Rai.
Mm-hmm.
And she had found this and persuaded me to buy a plot of land. And we've had a wonderful life here since.
That's fantastic. That's great. So how long have you been married now?
I think we're 41 years.
41 years.
Yes.
Gee, that's over half of your life.
Substantially over half of my life. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's wonderful.
We have
And,
a 38-year-old son. But he grew up in Africa, mainly going to international schools. He didn't spend a lot of time in Thailand. He doesn't really know the language. The parts of the language he does know, he speaks much better than I do. He's got the accent correctly because he learned it as a child.
Mm-hmm.
But his vocabulary is very limited, and English is his language.
Right.
So, international, the international institutions, the United Nations, these are Western institutions. Going to the international schools, they're Western schools.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a Western boy. He's not a Thai boy.
Okay.
And so it was natural for him he went to, when it was time for him to go to high school, we were in Madagascar and there wasn't an English language international school at that time for his level. So we had to put him in a boarding school, which we did back in Canada, and essentially he became adapted to the Canadian culture, and that's where he is to this day.
Oh, wow. So you don't see him very much?
We speak regularly
Yeah.
over the internet,
Line, Skype,
whatever. Yes,
Yeah.
WhatsApp. But no, and of course during this COVID period, it's been difficult. I try to go back to Canada once a year. My wife isn't so enthused to go to Canada. And he'll come out here maybe once every couple of years. So,
Oh, it's good. You've still got that physical relationship, though.
oh yes,
Yeah.
oh definitely, we have a relationship.
Yeah. That's good. Well, Bruce, knowing the short attention span of people, we should stop this.
Okay,
And
good.
I say thank you very much for your time.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to.
Should I say sawadee ka?
You can. Sawadee krap.
Sawadee ka. That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you like our content, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell and click the like button. Your opinion is important to us, so tell us in the comments what you think. Finally, if you want to help support us financially, there is a link to buy me a coffee in the description.